All right, Riker from Mrs. Streeter's class, that's my class, said while he was watching the videos, he was helping giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether a egg has a viable embryo in it. And so I was so delighted to hear that they were being part of that process. So awesome job, Riker. Thank you for helping me with the thumbs up and thumbs down. Hey, Grandview family. All right, so Michael from Mrs. Streeter's class asked, are we gonna be able to see the chicks hatch? And yes, you are. We're gonna be providing multiple time-lapse videos of multiple chicks hatching. So you're gonna have an opportunity to experience the whole process. All right, so now we're gonna learn about days 8 through 13. What you're going to see are the veins. You're going to hopefully see a black spot for the eye. You'll see a lot more darkness within the egg and movement within that darkness, and that is the chick's body. If we look even close enough, we might be able to see a limb or a spine. Super cool. You're also going to see the air cell and the chick getting ready for the pipping process, which is turning its body around so that its beak is going to be penetrating that air socket or that air packet and getting ready for the hatching process. Now, the more that the egg grows, the more challenging it is to see what's going on. So this is an awesome opportunity to see that growth. Between days 8 and 13, this is kind of a prime opportunity to see the growth inside of the egg. Past this point, it's very, very difficult to see the growth just because everything becomes so dense inside of the egg because the chick itself is getting bigger. But here you can kind of see movement. You can see the eye. Again, its limbs are growing. The beak is becoming a little bit more firm, and everything's getting a lot bigger. Here's another friend at 8 to 9 days.
It's an eyeball right there.
You can see his eyeball. And this is my friend Kingston helping us do our research.
Oh, Danny, it's like me, Kingston.
It's like you?
Yeah, it's like me, Kingston.
How is it like you?
It's like a baby chick like me.
It's like a baby chick? Yeah. Oh, do you see his eyeball? He's moving around.
Hey, my baby chicks, it's like me.
It's like you? Because he has an eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's growing inside.
I got my eyeball.
You do have your eyeball. You have 2 eyeballs. Look at his eyeball, and he's moving around. Don't get too close, just look.
He has 2 eyeballs.
Yeah.
I got 2 eyeballs.
Yeah, I can only see 1 though. Can you see 1 eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta be quiet. Okay. All right. So apparently we have a sleeping chicken. As you can see, he's moving around and saying hi. Our 4-year-old friend Kingston has been exploring with us, and as you can see, he's already making connections from or to the egg to himself. But as you can see, this little guy is still moving around. All right, here's another friend at 8 to 9 days from the start of the incubation process. Again, the eyeball keeps getting bigger. Again, it's very disproportionate to his size, but the size will grow up to match. You can see a lot of movement. Here you can really see the blood vessels, and it's how it's connecting to the embryo, providing that blood supply, even as it moves around. If I move this around, you can see the side, a continuance of the embryo moving and growing. So it's going to continue getting bigger and bigger. That's 1 big eyeball. Look at all those moving parts. Can you imagine what they are? Is it a wing? Is it a back? Is it a leg? Could be so many different parts. The one we know for sure is the eyeball. Day 8, the embryo can be clearly seen. By the start of this week, the embryo will be clearly visible. The eye will become more prominent with time, but even at this stage, it can be clearly seen. Look for a large black dot. It looks completely out of proportion with the rest of the embryo, but don't worry, we're not about to produce a monster chick. Day 9. You can see by this point that the air cell at the bottom of the egg is growing. When you candle, you should be able to see its growth very clearly. It's a critical part of the pipping process because it's here that the hatching chickens will initially break through and take their first breath. The eyes are now also very clearly visible. When I first saw this, a lot of the times I was thinking my eggs were hatching twins. Day 12. The chick is doing more of the same. You may be able to see it moving about inside of the egg, although as it grows, it has less room to wiggle around. You can see I'm having more time or more trouble candling now because the embryo is starting to fill up the space. And it will be continuing to be a very difficult time to candle and see changes. Day 13, you can turn the egg around so there's something at least to show, but the other side of the egg is now full of chick. Here you can see the veins developing nicely. So on days 8 to 13, the chick is growing fast. I always think of this part of hatching chickens as the most interesting, apart from the hatch itself, obviously, because there's such a lot going on so quickly. It's possible to see your chick growing quite fast until, by the end of this stage, she's filling the bulk of the egg. From now on, it will become increasingly difficult for us to see the embryo's development.